Welcome to Sky Broking Weekly Market Commentary. Disclaimer: this weekly market commentary is for information purpose only. Before taking any decision, consult your financial advisor. Major data of this week has inflation related data, and the major event is like US FOMC meeting and interest rate on Wednesday. Now let's see the precious metals outlook. Gold and silver has news like inflation continues to heat up. Gold and silver markets are once again on the verge of breaking out. Meanwhile, Federal Reserve officials continue to downplay the inflation threat. They insist the recent surge is transitory and does not reflect a major trend to come. The ECB is in no rush to change from their ultra-loose policy, and that might keep FX in a lull. Fundamentally, this is a positive news for precious metals, and technically speaking, gold may expect a profit-booking rally with positional support of 47971 and resistance of 49445 levels. Silver also may expect a profit-booking rally with positional support of 69744 and resistance of 73275 levels. These are the major precious metals outlook. Now let's see the energy outlook. First is crude oil. It has a news like the crude demand recovery is looking very robust, but it will be hard for crude to continue to rally until energy markets know how much oil to expect from Iran. Fundamentally, this is a positive news for crude oil. And technically speaking, last week we mentioned crude oil is in a profit booking from 5156 and it exactly dropped to 135, almost 13,500 rupees profit has been shown. And in this week, until crude closes below 5156, it may expect a positive trend with positional target of 5593 range. Next is natural gas. It has a news like natural gas exchange traded funds led the charge on Friday as natural gas prices hit a high for the June series on prospects of extended supply disruptions and potentially higher demand to combat the summer heat. Fundamentally, this is a positive news for natural gas. And technically speaking, last week we mentioned if once natural gas closed about 231.8 means huge upsurge is expected, and that had exactly happened, and it had increased to 243.8 levels and almost 15,000 rupees profit has been shown. And in this week, positive trend is continued with positional target of 256.6 range. These are the major energy outlook. Now let's see the base metals outlook. First is copper. It has a news like the biggest decrease per metal were for copper, down by just over 1/3 of their March amounts. This is fundamentally a slight positive news for copper. And technically speaking, copper remains in a profit booking rally with support of 725.7 levels and any upswing to utilize a selling opportunity. Next is aluminum. It has a news like US European premiums flat. Market participants told fast markets that lack of demand for the product from the automotive sector resulting from diminished production because of the semiconductor shortage has prevented the premiums from climbing. This is fundamentally a slight negative news for aluminum, and technically speaking, aluminum may expect a mixed trade with resistance of 201.25 and support of 186, and if close below 186 means selling pressure may increase. Next is lead. It has a news like lead made the biggest gains on June 11 morning amid a lower dollar. This is fundamentally a positive news for lead, and technically speaking, lead may expect a mixed trade until close below 168, then selling pressure may increase with positional support of 161.7 levels. Next is zinc. It has a news like the supply side gradually loosened while the trend of consumption weakening was also obvious. This is fundamentally a mixed news for zinc, and technically speaking, zinc may expect a mixed trade with support of 230.25 and resistance of 247.7 levels. Next is nickel. It has a news like nickel off-warrant stocks is down by just over 1/3 of their March amounts. This is fundamentally a slight positive news for nickel, and technically speaking, nickel may expect a high volatility trade with resistance of 1390.4 and support of 1264.4 levels. Now let's see the Nifty and Bank Nifty outlook. Until Nifty close above 15835 on daily basis means Nifty may expect a profit booking with positional support of 15470 range may expected, or else if close above 15835 means Nifty possible to test 15966 and 16119 range by positionally. Bank Nifty remains in a profit booking rally with positional support near 34121 and resistance near 35367 ranges. For more profits, visit our website www.skycommodities.com. Thank you by Skybroking.